So I've been making content now for almost 2 years, and in over 3,000 videos, there have only been a handful of times that I've said that the bottom is in. And frankly, those have actually played out very well. I said it back in late 2022 as Bitcoin was bottoming. I said it in mid 2023 as altcoins bottom. And I'm going to say it again now. I believe that we have in fact bottomed in this market cycle. In fact, I believe this last leg down, this last drop we've had in terms of price is actually our springboard to alt season, to new highs in terms of BTC. And in fact, the overall crypto market. And there are a lot of signs showing just this. Basically, this last drop that we've been dealing with is the final capitulation. People finally giving in and succumbing to fear, and people just essentially washing themselves out during this bear trap that happens every single cycle. In fact, there are models that are made that show just this. For example, this is the Wyckoff accumulation model. Now, this is a discussion that a viewer and I have had for months and months now. We've had arguments about what phase we're at in here. And he said we've been in the distribution phase. I've said we've been in the accumulation phase. I said we were in phase C. He said we were in phase B, about to enter C. And right now, it looks like he was right. We did just enter phase C in this regard. We've gone down to this spring phase where BTC had its big drop, setting a new low here. And we're now gearing up for this next pop. This is that period where basically bearishness sets in on a lot of people and people get complacent. Shorts try to push down on the market like I've talked about in other videos. And then the liquidations begin. We start making these pushes to the upside. All right. So now it basically looks like we're going to go back up. We're going to try to test 61K. We're going to come down, probably test 58K again before basically this next extension to the upside. That's going to frankly surprise a lot of people. We're going to have our breakout of our trend here, this descending channel that BTC is in. As always, this is not financial advice or a guarantee or anything like that, but there's a reason why these models have been around for a very long period of time. It happens time and time again. This happens from cycle to cycle to cycle. So this wouldn't be surprising by any stretch of the imagination. Not to mention that, there is very little long leverage down below these positions, and there's a lot of short leverage. So now the larger players in the space are going to try to basically come after the shorts and liquidate the hell out of them. And it wouldn't surprise me if it works, right? We've also seen now we have bullish divergence in terms of BTC. So we're getting ready for the turnaround and pop in the charts there. We know that actually BTC dominance has been looking weaker and weaker and weaker as time goes on here, which is kind of a big signifier of alt season. I said, I believe back here that we entered, I think it was right here. I said that we entered alt season, and this early part of alt season isn't always, again, straight up and to the right, but we're seeing all the proper signs for that next surge in the market, the next pop of excitement. Eventually, once you get to this point where BTC breaks out, it consolidates kind of around this high here, right? In terms of BTC, which is around 73K or so. Eventually, you enter price discovery. Things get wild. The charts start popping. New capital enters the space. Things get very, very wild very quickly. So again, I'm going to say right now that the bottom is in. There's a lot of white swan events that could even push us higher and faster. We know that institutional money is accumulating. We know that probably a conclusion of the Ripple v SEC case is coming very, very soon. We know that obviously the approval and trading of Ethereum spot ETFs is going to be another big catalyst for the market with new capital flowing in that we haven't seen before. So there's a lot of big things right now that are basically have us on this verge of this massive pop in the market. It's all a question of when this plays out. Just looking at the charts here again, I've said July is kind of that month where frankly, we're going to get a pop in the market where things are going to start to take off. And in fact, just looking at the timeline and how this has been playing out, look at what happens late July. That's when we have our extension. That's when we basically start this next leg. And it shows by sometime in mid-August is about when we start testing the current all-time high, and late August is that extension to new highs. So again, as always, this is not a guarantee, guys. This is just what the charts are showing. The charts don't always play out exactly perfectly. I will say it's surprising how accurate this is to the Wyckoff accumulation model, but we'll all see what happens. But have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.